the prep for the game, like what all we did. We watched hours of film, just breaking down the whole team, like individual players going through their sets. You know what I'm saying? Winning the game as a whole, just not on the court. You know, we try to win it off the court too, mentally. First game versus BTW, we knew that they were a very physical team, a very high energy team. They like to play somewhat how we play, but you know what I'm saying, Coach Curry having us going through these mentally tough practices on top of being physically tough, it all came together. Second game versus Montevallo, we knew they were a team. They ran a lot of good offense. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't just out there running. They played very good half-court basketball. So you know we had to really guard. We had to really guard the ball and just come together as a team and win that game. We started off rough. I think it was like 15 to 18 at halftime, very low scoring. But came out of halftime, found our groove, and after that we just ran away with it.
So first game in the region tournament, we played BTW out of Tuskegee, and we knew they were going to be a challenge for us. We hadn't really played too many teams like them, but we know we had to show up and do what we had to do, so we took care of business after a long, hard week of practice and going over a lot of their offensive sets and how we want to defend and how we want to guard them. And you know, we made a lot of big-time plays. A lot of guys stepped up in that game, well-balanced scoring. We did what we had to do. It was a good team win. And next game we played against Montevallo, and another team that we haven't really played anyone like them in the season, and you know, they run a lot of offensive sets and a lot of stuff that we had to cover in practice and learn how to guard and defend. And I think we went out there and did a very good job with the little amount of time we had to try to cover all that stuff. But we went out there and guarded them pretty well, and a lot of guys made some plays too in that game as well.
It really felt good to get those 2 wins and go to the Final Four. We played really well versus BTW Tuskegee. We knew they had a lot of guys who can really score. They were very wild and they were very scrappy, so we knew that we had to come out, be under control, play carefully basketball and do what we had to do. And then we moved on to Montevallo, who they wasn't really scrappy, but they ran their stuff very well. They had a great guard, number 10. He was pretty good. He was only in the 10th grade, and he was like their main scorer. So I knew I had a big role in guard him, taking away their best players, see can their other players score, and we did that fairly well, and we came out on top.
Very proud of the guys for you know, what we accomplished here in the Southeast Regional, winning that regional. Played a hard-fought game with BTW. Very athletic, very well coached. But I thought we came out and, you know, of course, you know, we did what we needed to do. I don't think we played our best game. Then we had a Montevallo team that was a very good opponent, very well coached as well, but different. Montevallo ran a little bit more sets that we had to guard, you know, cross screens, down screens, but it wasn't anything that we hadn't seen before. I thought the guys did a good job of defensively. Didn't shoot the ball well. I don't think we played as well in that game as we did in the BTW game. So there's a lot of room for improvement. But with that being said, you know, we still were able to take care of business, and it's encouraging knowing that we can play better, and they know that, and I told them that. And you know, it's a chance for us to go to the Final Four. The school hadn't been since 2000, so it's been 20 years since the school's been to the Final Four, and the guys are excited. I'm excited, but not satisfied. I told them, you know, the term or the saying that we've been using even in the regional and the same here going into the Final Four is we didn't come this far just to come this far. So we want more. So, you know, we're excited, but we're in here getting ready to go to work right now and trying to take care of business up there in Birmingham at the Final Four. So excited but not satisfied.
I mean, we're not really gonna do nothing new. We just gonna stick to what we've been doing to get here. Like, it's no secret. The recipe that Coach Curry done cooked up and worked, and you know what I'm saying, brought us this far. So we just gonna continue to ride him and listen to him. He's a great coach. He's been putting us in great positions to win, you know what I'm saying, basketball games. And we just gonna work harder, you know what I'm saying. We know it's gonna be a step up for us, you know what I'm saying. A lot of guys gotta make big steps, you know what I'm saying. We gotta step up and make plays as players individually and as a team. We just gonna continue what we've been doing, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna break down each team. And the energy around here has been great. We have our fans, our students, our faculty and staff, they've been, you know what I'm saying, cheering us along, showing us major love, and just supporting us through this whole thing. But just like O'Curry said, we gotta keep the main thing the main thing.
Well, as a team, I think we know that a lot of players in high school don't get the opportunity that we're about to have. And we're trying our best to not get too excited. You know, we're happy with how far we've made it, but we also know that the job's not done, and we're on a business trip. So we're gonna go up to Birmingham and we're gonna do what we gotta do.
It's gonna take a lot. We've been putting in a lot, so we kind of expecting to get this. So when we go, we keep practicing, keep having the same intensity. Don't let our foot up off the gas and keep going. It's very, very good that we made it this far. And I'm glad that we get to play in the Final Four, because a lot of kids don't get to play in the Final Four, and I'm glad we get to make it there and do what we have to do.
I've experienced going to the Final Four as an assistant at Lee back in '96 with Coach David Thomas, and hadn't been as a head coach. But my charge to these guys is you know, keep the main thing the main thing. We're just going to play basketball, and there's no, you know, we're trying to keep things as normal as possible. You know, it's just a basketball game. You know, it just so happens that you know, we're one of the last four left in 4A, and you know, it's just, we expected to be here. You know, so I told folks, you know, before, we're a confident group but not cocky. But at the same time, you know, we expect to be here, and we expect to go up there and put our best foot forward, and you know, let the chips fall where they may. But we're just, listen, we're going to play basketball. We're keeping the main thing the main thing, and it's just, we're still one game at a time, keeping things as you know, as normal as possible.